So this first video is going to just talk you through the early life of the Prophet Muhammad, tell you some basic details about kind of what happened to him when he was growing up, and therefore what led to him becoming a prophet. So he was born in Mecca in Saudi Arabia in 570 CE, and he was an important member of the Quraysh tribe. His father died when he was very young, and his mother also died when he was 6 years old. And so he was reared by his grandfather and also by his uncle Abu Talib, who's quite an important figure in Islam. At this time, people in Arabia, they were quite superstitious, and it was very sort of tribal. Most of them were pagans. They worshipped nature, they worshipped the stars, the moon, the earth, and there was a few people who were monotheistic, so they were Christians or Jewish as well, so they would have encountered those, particularly from Syria and near sort of other parts of the Middle East. Most of the Arabs lived in nomadic lives, and so they travelled from place to place. They took care of their animals, and they did lots of kind of trading with other people and from different parts of the world. The cube-shaped building, the black cube-shaped building, the Kaaba, is really important in Islam, and obviously it's the centre of worship, and it's a centre of the Hajj festival as well, or pilgrimage, I should say. A cube-shaped Kaaba temple is claimed to be a very ancient kind of building. It was first placed there by Adam, the first created human being, and then it was rebuilt by Abraham the prophet, and his son Ishmael. Originally, it had been a temple dedicated to the one true God, but over the centuries, different cults had sort of taken over and placed different statues and different idols inside that. And so the different tribes would come in, and then they would worship those kind of statues. So the Prophet grew up in a particularly devout and honourable man, a believer in one God like his grandfather. He worked first as a shepherd and then as a merchant, working for his uncle Abu Talib. He became well known and well liked, and earned the nickname the Trustworthy One for his piety and honesty and fair dealing with the other tribes and people he came across. He becomes a leading figure amongst kind of the people he works with, and later he's employed by a wealthy tradeswoman. Her name is Khadija, who becomes his wife,